Hey everybody, J.M. Manion here at the NPC Photo Gym in Pittsburgh, PA, and I am here with IFBB Pro,
Derrick Stevenson,
and he is doing his very first
Arnold.
road to the Arnold in the men's physique division.
Yes, sir.
How's that feel?
Feels great. I'm really excited about it. First big major platform that I've ever been on. So I'm looking to go do my thing and show them what I got.
Okay, so Derrick, let's give people a little background on you. You're originally from?
I'm originally from Chicago, Illinois. I live in Atlanta right now.
Yeah, he was complaining about the snow here.
Yes, I was complaining. I'm from Chicago, but I don't go back home too much. And when I found out on the airplane that it was snowing, I was like, oh, shoot.
Well, we ordered that in for you because you missed it.
I know, I'm pretty sure you did.
Yeah.
Yeah, just so I can have something.
Yeah, we like to make you feel at home.
Well, I feel at home.
He came in, he was all bundled up and everything. So, but you're living in Atlanta now, right? Yeah. Now, you've been a pro for a few years because I remember photographing you in Hawaii.
Yes. Well, I did. I started in Hawaii in 2016. Did a competition there. Got my butt whooped on stage. It kind of fueled my hunger because I couldn't. I'm one of them type of people who don't give up. So I did the first show, didn't do well. Then 2017, me and my coach Alan, we came up with a game plan, and we just been rolling ever since. So I saw you in Hawaii in a couple shows.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So tell people why you were in Hawaii, though.
I was in Hawaii. It was my last assignment. I did 24 years in the Army. I spent 4 years there, 4 long years there. So I had some fun there. But
I don't think many people would think being in Hawaii for 4 years is that long, but it's different living there and then being in the military.
Yes, different living there, being in the military, and plus it is an island. So it's only so much after a while.
Now, because I'm not really sure of this, so now when you're based in Hawaii, are you based at Pearl Harbor or is it?
I was at Schofield Barracks.
Okay.
Schofield Barracks. It's the Army, the main, pretty much Army base right there in Hawaii.
Okay.
Where the division
is that by Pearl Harbor or?
Well, it's about
Honolulu. Or
it's in Honolulu.
Okay.
It's about, I'll say about 20 miles from Pearl Harbor.
Okay.
Yeah, down the interstate. It's not that far.
Well, thank you for your service also.
I appreciate you, sir.
Now, Derrick has an interesting story in the fact that his mom is also in the military.
Yeah, well, my mom, she did 34 years. I did 24 years. She retired as Sergeant Major. She was my idol, a big part of my life. We deployed one time together, which was good. It was kind of crazy, but we was both there doing our jobs.
Right.
Serving our country.
Now, how did you get involved with weight training? Was that something from maybe back in high school or when you got into the military?
High school I wrestled a little bit, so I wrestled in my 10th and 11th grade year, so we did a little bit of weight training. But I got involved in weight training. I went on a deployment, came back. One of my co-workers, one of my soldiers, he was in the gym. So I told him, I said, I was a little skinny guy. I think I was weighing like 125, 30 pounds.
Okay.
So I told him, I said, I always wanted to, gain some weight, get some muscle. So when we got back from the deployment, he took me to the gym, and we worked out for a week, and that was like 21 years ago. And
that was it, you were hooked?
Yeah, I was hooked. I was just hooked. And then another reason, too, is because, I'm a big fan of being a leader, and I always felt as though I had to lead from the front. So with that being said is, when I was in the military, if I had to ask my soldiers to do something, I had to be able to do it myself as well too. And as the older you get, the harder it is to keep up, so you have to do extra. So when I got off work every day, I was in the gym at 5:30, 6 o'clock.
Well, if you don't mind me asking, how old are you?
I'm 43 years old.
43 years young.
Yeah, yes, young.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. I don't feel 43.
The only reason you're giving your age away is how many years you said you were in the service.
Yes, 24.
Yeah.
24 years. It went by fast. I'm proud of my service. You don't realize the things you've done until when you get out. So
right.
Proud of it. Really proud of it.
All right, so now you get into weight training, you see your friend doing it. What led you to decide to be a competitor?
Well, in 2016, like I said, I was in Hawaii, and Hawaii is really big. They have a lot of competitions.
Right.
And, actually, to be honest with you, I've never been any place where the whole community, the whole city, they're in really, really good shape. Mainly probably because of the beaches and all that. Everybody want to look good. So
I always say when we go visit Hawaii that you walk on the beach and I said, just put a pair of board shorts on that guy. He could jump on stage. Classic physique. Oh, that girl could be a bikini competitor.
It's a million.
Right?
Everybody love bikini.
Yeah, and it's like you go there, and I mean, I'm talking about the locals. I'm not talking about the tourists.
No tourists. Just
right.
all locals.
The locals are like, I mean, you could just throw up a stage on the beach, and they could jump right up there.
They're in really good shape.
Yeah,
they're in really good shape. So I was just in the gym working out and training. Then a couple people in the gym kept on always asking me, do you bodybuild or do you do any competition? I was like, no, I ain't want to do no competitions. I was like, no. And believe it or not, I didn't even know about the men's physique class at that time.
Right.
And actually, Dexter Jackson and Sean Ray are my favorite bodybuilders. So I always followed their careers, but I never wanted to put on the trunks or anything like that. So I never wanted to. So, somebody showed me men's physique, and I was like, I can do that. And so,
kind of being in Hawaii, put the
kind
board
of
shorts on,
board shorts. I was like, I can do that, and I fell in love with it. The first time I was on stage, even though I kind of got my butt whooped on stage, I fell in love with it, and I've been addicted to it ever since. Yeah, and I love it.
Well, that's good. So now that you're competing, you're competing in Hawaii. Now you're deciding you're going to try for the very elusive IFBB Pro League Pro Card.
Yes.
So give us an idea. What sparked that for you?
Well, the first competition I did, I kind of coached myself thinking I know what I was doing. I didn't know what I was doing. All right. Get a coach. All right. So the second competition, I was going through the process, and I didn't understand the diet part of it, so I got with my coach. I did that competition, did very well. And then after that one, I got with a coach, Alan, and then me and him hit it off real good. And then Alan Inchinos.
I knew that, but yes, they didn't know that.
Yep. So with that being said is the first thing I knew right then, after I did that second competition I did well, I wanted to be a pro. Mm-hmm. It was no doubt in my mind I wanted to be a pro, and I felt like I could. So with that being said is the first thing I told Alan when we really got into it with the coaching is I said I want to be a coach. Not be a coach. I want to be a pro, and I want to be an Olympian. He was like, slow down. He was like, slow down. Let's do this competition. And he just guided me along the way, and that's what did it. Like I said, that second competition I did kind of well. Did some masters. I did the open, took first in both of my classes, and after that, I was like, I can be a pro. Yeah, and then he gave me a lot of confidence too. But that's one thing I'm gonna say is he guided me along the way, step by step, helping me to develop my physique, growing, and we've been going ever since.
Okay, so when did you leave Hawaii?
I left Hawaii last year in April of 2019, and I moved back. All my family moved back down to Atlanta. That's where everybody lives at now. Mm-hmm. So I moved back to Atlanta, and that's where I reside at now.
Oh, cool.
Yes.
Cool. So is there, anybody that you're looking forward to competing against, standing next to on stage at the Arnold that you haven't had a chance to do that with?
Let me see. Well, the one guy that I wanted to compete against was Lucky. And I'll be quite honest with you. I did that last year at the city limits, so I got on the stage next to him. But I just want to be on the stage against the best. So I'm a big fan of Lucky.
And that's Andre Ferguson, for those of you that don't know his nickname.
Yeah. Big fan of Lucky. I got another dude I'm a big fan of is Corey Morris. I like him. He got a great physique. Kyron. I do want to get on stage with Kyron. I just want to compete against the best. I'm a very competitive dude, and
What about that kid that lives here in Pittsburgh? That tall dude.
Raymond?
What's his name?
Raymond?
He won a show or something, right?
Yeah. He's won a couple of them. Mr. Olympia too.
Yeah,
So, but I want to get next. I want to just be on the stage with everybody. I feel as though that my physique, I'm mentally ready for it. My physique is ready for it. I just got to keep grinding, and I just want to compete. I love to compete. I love to compete.
Now, do you have any other competitions set up for after the Arnold, or are you just concentrating on the Arnold right now?
I want to do the Rock show. I want to do the Boston show. I may do the city limits. I plan on being at the Arnold, of course, and I plan on being at the Olympia.
There you go. I like that.
Plan on being at the Olympia. So last year, my rookie season, I did 7 shows. I just did the Kentucky Muscle, placed second in that one. So I'm probably gonna do. I love competing. And I consider myself one thing. When you're a pro, we're no different than NFL. We're all athletes,
right.
NBA. So my thing is, when you become a pro, it's compete. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I take it seriously. So I'm not one of them guys want to do 1 or 2 shows. No, I want to do 4 or 5 shows.
Right.
I want to compete.
Yeah.
The biggest stage. So.
Yeah. So are there any other competitions you did last year that you were proud of or thought, oh man, I could have done better with that, or?
Yeah.
Because you seem like a very, just from talking to you before we started, you're like a perfectionist.
The Chicago Pro, I did pretty good. The New York Pro, I wish I thought I brought actually, I think that package was better than the Chicago Pro where I placed second, better than the city limits. That New York show,
It's tough.
it's tough. But I love my look. I love my package. I think I could have did a little bit better on my posing when I went back and looked at it. Each show, I think I've gotten better. I did so many shows too, so it was kind of hard to always go into tips because your body responds a little bit different from show to show. But the New York Pro really, I wish I could have did a little bit better in it. Next time I do it, I'm sure I will.
So it gave you a little kick in the butt.
Oh, it gave me a big kick. Matter of fact, that is a show at which Chiron won that, and Chiron looked good.
Yeah.
Chiron won that one, so it gave me a kick in the butt. And actually, that was my second show, actually here on the mainland. From pro show. Here on the East Coast. I think I did a couple shows on the West Coast, but level competition was great.
Yeah. Oh, New York Pro always, yeah,
It
for
was
sure,
great.
for
So,
sure.
Yeah.
So, well, besides Alan, is there anybody else you want to give a shout out to, or you want to say thanks to?
I want to say thanks to my accountability partner right now, Napoleon, Icy. Who else? My mom, Alan, everybody who support me, my team Swag Fit. Who else? A couple of the pros where we all been motivating each other. Mike, Cake. But I think that's about it. But since I've been invited to the Arnold, a lot of guys been motivated. We've been motivating each other and supporting each other, which I think is really, really good. You know what I'm saying? Well, we all going to get on that stage and compete against each other, but at the same time, some of us, we're out there motivating each other and helping each other out with the cardio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see that, I mean, at least from my perspective, I see a lot of the IFBB men's physique pros. You guys are encouraging each other, but once you step on stage, then it's game on.
Once we step on stage, it's game on.
Right.
It's without a shadow of doubt. And I like to talk mess, so I be letting them know sometime on stage, let's do this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it's game on.
Yeah.
It's game
but
on.
but off stage, you guys are all pretty supportive of each other.
Yeah, we're all pretty supportive professionals, and it's good. You know what I'm saying? Because it pushes each other.
Mm-hmm.
I think most of the dudes have a very good, from what I've talked to, we have very good personalities. down to earth dudes. You know, we just all striving for the same thing: success.
Right.
Success, and we want to be successful. And we all very competitive. So, but like I said, once we get on that stage,
That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
So.
And that's how it was back in the day with Arnold. You know, he was cool with, you know, he had a couple training partners in which he trained with, but when they got on stage or a couple of days before the show,
Yep.
that was it.
Absolutely.
So it's not as it was, the camaraderie was probably back then, but I think it is, especially amongst the men's physique guys.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, this is Jay and Manion,
Derrick Stevenson.
and we will see you in Columbus, and we're signing off for NPCNewsOnline.com.
If you want to follow me on social media, you can find me at SWAGG_IFBB Pro. That's swag_IFBB Pro.